Hey guys, Kyle with Confident Canines here, and today I want to talk to you about correcting reactivity and why timing is everything. A lot of people are dealing with reactivity. It's probably one of the main things that people come to my program for. I mean, they're usually dealing with a lot of stuff, but very often reactivity on the leash is the impetus for them to seek out training. So what's reactivity? Reactivity, we've all seen it. It's when you see a dog and they see another dog, or they see another person, or they see a cat, or whatever they see, whatever triggers them, maybe all of the above, and they bark, and they whine, and they lunge, and they growl, and they pull on the leash, and they just work themselves up into a tizzy, and that's reactivity. As far as why they do it, that's another video, but we won't go into that now. We'll try and keep this short. But as far as correcting it, timing is everything. And of course, this is part of a whole program, right? You can't just address like reactivity directly, or you probably won't make very good headway, and you won't get where you want to go. But specifically talking about this part of your training program, timing is everything. What I mean by that is if your dog behaves in the way I just described, or any part of the way I just described on the leash, and that's happening, it's too late, right? So at that point, you can no longer correct it, right? You'll probably just sort of amp them up more. You know, you're not going to be able to bring them back down. They're at level 10. They're up there. They're gone. They're in full blown reactivity, and bringing them back down, you know, with a correction just isn't usually going to happen. So that means you need to back up. That's fine. Now don't feel bad if you missed your moment. That happens to everybody. That happens to trainers sometimes, where you just missed your moment, because it can happen in the blink of an eye. And if your timing's not really, really nice, it can happen. The important part isn't that it happened. It's evaluating that, okay, I missed my moment. I should have done it earlier. Now let's reset instead of trying to address it right there. So that's where you need to back up. You need to turn yourself and your dog around. You need to walk the other way. You need to get them back calmed down, you know, get them back walking, back in a little bit of a mellow state. And then the next time you encounter something, as soon as you see that dog starting to go into just the tiniest indication they're about to blow up, that is when you address it. That was a weak snap. I'm not very good with my right hand. I'm okay with my left hand. But that's when you need to do it. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing a leash pop, if you're doing a remote collar tap, whatever, if you're doing a bonk, you know, whatever the case may be, that's when you address it. As soon as those ears start to go up, as soon as that brow gets furrowed, as soon as the head starts going up and they start giving that hard eye contact, those are all indications that, you know, their body posture gets more stiff, you know. Those are all indications of mental arousal, which means they are loading and they are moving towards that explosive behavior that you see. And I mean, anyone who's dealing with reactivity, you know, I mean, how quickly it can happen. And that's why we have to really head it off at the pass. So this is just kind of a quick little tip for anyone who's dealing with reactivity or trying to rehab it. Make sure you're looking at your timing. That's a really common mistake that people make is they wait too late and then they try and fix it. And they're like, I'm correcting my dog and it's just not doing anything. That's why it's normal. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's completely normal that if you're correcting a dog in full blown reactivity, that it's not being effective. So just learn from it and learn the signs, learn your dog. What, you know, each dog can be a little bit different and what gives them away. So watch your dog, see what it looks like, you know, see when you start seeing that hard eye contact or those ears or that brow starting to change. And at that point, do what you're going to do to address it, whatever it is that you're doing. Remote collars are great for this. Prong collars are okay. They're not bad, depending on your technique. But whatever you're doing, bonkers are great, but most people don't walk around with a bonker, even trainers. So whatever it is that you're going to do it right at that moment. So thanks for checking it out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. We'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.